Juliet? Juliet, are you all right? Oh, no, Juliet, wake up.
Romeo and Juliet. You've heard the story. The feuding families, the young boy and girl that find love, the plan to run away, the potion, and finally, death by the dagger. But it was not always so. There is another story. It begins much the same way, in a street, where two families war and no one is safe. It begins with the Montagues and the Capulets.
Unrest, the streets and brawls in the alleys. Unrest, nobody's safe, keep out of the alleys. Heads down, just keep walking, don't forget to lock your doors at night. Unrest, the streets and brawls in the alleys. Unrest, nobody's safe, keep out of the alleys. Can't remember how this started, all we know is keep a wary eye. Unrest.
How this great quarrel between the Capulets and Montagues had begun was anyone's guess. But years of hate and discord had leaked their bitter poison throughout the city of London. Rumors, arguments, and violence ran rampant to align oneself with either side or to put oneself in imminent danger. Still, some remained loyal.
Excuse me, sir, can you spare a penny for a beggar? Mum, a penny, please. Can you spare a penny, sir? Can you spare a penny? I wouldn't ask for many, sir, just a single penny. For my father's 10 years old in his grave, and my mother's head has gone mad. And a penny is as a penny dies. And I'll promise you, sir, what your penny will do is worth more to me than a penny to you. So, can you spare a penny, sir? Can you spare a penny? I won't ask for many, sir, just a single penny. Just a single penny, sir. Can you spare a penny, sir?
You'll not get so much as a crust of bread from me, lad. Don't think I haven't seen you associating with that renegade Montague.
He's no renegade, sir. He's given me bread more than once, and that's the truth, as kind a gentleman as ever was, sir.
He is no gentleman that bears the name Montague.
But what has he ever done to you, sir?
The quarrel between the Capulets and the Montagues is an old one, but the wounds are still fresh. They're dogs.
I'll not hear you speaking that way, sir.
Back off!
Unrest,
Three times House of Montague and Capulet have disturbed our streets with riots and brawls. Now listen well, all of you. He who fights again shall do so on the pain of death. I neither know nor care why you feud in this manner, but I suggest you wait to be at peace with one another.
Unrest, fights in the streets and brawls in the alley. Unrest, nobody's safe, keep out of the alleys.
Marcus, what are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing, Jerissa. I brought you some bread. Oh, thanks so much, Jerissa.
You all right, Marcus?
Just fine, my lord.
That hot-head Tibble is all bark and no fight. You see his right hook?
Not exactly first rate, was it, Marcus? I'm sorry that it came to this.
Don't mind a bit, Lord. You've always been kind to me. Marcus, you shouldn't pick fights with Tybalt. He's a lot better with his sword than his fists. That's all right. Benvolio came to my aid. Thank you, Ben. Truly, though, we should all be more careful. This isn't just bickering anymore. Blood is going to be spilt. Honestly, we shouldn't be speaking to you.
Don't get off your high horse. There was a time when I was ashamed to talk to a Montague.
I'm not ashamed, just realistic.
Is that why you're working for them?
That's not fair.
Just a question.
We do not all have the luxury of choosing who we work for, Romeo. I'd like to go to that gala tonight and give those Capulets a piece of my mind.
You're not going near anywhere in a Capulet house tonight.
And you do not come along now, Marcus. You should as well.
You know he's right.
Beg your pardon?
I think someone should go to the gala tonight and do some sparring on that madcap Tybalt.
Why not us?
Well, it's foolhardy for one.
It is a mask, isn't it? No one will see us.
Yes, but
Then relax. We're going to pay a visit to Capulet House tonight. Besides, for Julie Capulet is a rare beauty. And I'd like to meet her.
that is...
And that is why I must be absolutely certain. I need to be sure that Juliet will be properly cared for. She has no idea of how to manage her finances, I can assure you of that.
Perfectly understandable. Might I ask, who's the man?
Lord Paris Kensington.
Often?
Just.
She'd be delighted, no doubt.
I do hope so, although I have found it to be quite wayward of late. But at least my mind will be at ease.
And your husband's as well, I'm sure.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Lawrence. It is very good to have you here while Lord Capulet is away. I'm afraid I have yet to hear from him.
We're most courageous, madame. Ships are being faster by the day, I'm told. Soon a trip to the East Indies will be as probably so walk down the street.
Oh, what a dreadful prospect. I hope it will not come to that.
Well, no, some pressing business to attend to. Not much less than all that.
Good day, Mr. Lawrence.
You called, madam?
Yes, I will need everything to be in place no later than 5 o'clock, Wiggins.
I have no doubt, madam.
What's that, Wiggins?
Nothing, madam. Rosie has dusted and polished every room but the library. Now that you've arranged everything on your new bookcase, I expect she'll finish here.
Well, please make sure she doesn't spend an excessive amount of time here. There's a great deal to do elsewhere. Are there any letters from Lord Capulet?
No, ma'am, but he's only been gone a week. I don't expect we'll hear from him till he's arrived at the port.
What you expect does not interest me, Wiggins. Now, please make sure that Cook does not waste any strawberries in the garnishes. I hate a wanton disregard for budgeting.
I shall be sure to mention your ladyship's disapproval of the strawberry garnishes. Are there any other wanton activities at which you'd like me to caution the household?
Yes, I would like to remind you that no one, not even you, is irreplaceable.
Will that be all, madam?
Yes, your company here is no longer required. Don't fuss, Rosie. Ah, Juliet. You're looking unusually sallow today. What are you wearing this evening?
I thought I'd wear that yellow evening.
Oh, no, you look positively ashen and yellow. I will not allow it.
But Father got...
Don't speak. Your voice is like a locomotive today. You wear your blue chiffon. Don't be late and don't sing. If you ruin this evening, I can promise you a week of solitary in your room. Understood? Good. Now you know I only say all this because I care for you so very much, don't you? I have a very important surprise for you this evening, and I need you to be resplendent. Now, fetch Wiggins and tell her to bring me some peppermint tea. You've given me a headache.
Yes. Is everything arranged?
I told you not to call me here.
Yes or no?
Yes, everything's in order.
You better not miss this one. Don't forget, you've got a lot to lose if this goes south.
I didn't, and it won't. No one suspects anything.
Good. And the body?
It's been taken care of. I have to go.
See you tonight.
There's your warbling for once.
Oh, nonsense. Sing.
Yes, sing.
Oh, very well, but I must warn you. I'm not very good at all. I'm not very good at singing. My voice is very small. I'm not very good at singing. I'm not very good at all. I'm not very good at singing because my voice is very small. I'm not very good at dancing. I'm not very good at all. I'm not very good at dancing at ballet or at the ball. I'm not very good at dancing. I'm not very good at all. I'm not very good at dancing at ballet or at the ball. I'm not very good at acting. I'm not very good at all. I'm not very good at acting on the stage in front of all. I'm not very good at acting. I'm not very good at all. I'm not very good at dancing, singing, not at all.
Preposterous to Julie, and you grab all the things. You really are exceptionally splendid at the things.
Your voice is like a sparrow and your feet like a gazelle.
Your acting is mediocre.
No, she's great at that as well.
No, I'm wrong.
Yes, you are.
I'm the worst.
You're the best, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best there is in town.
All right, I'm good at singing. Dance. My acting is to die for.
Are you joking?
No, we're not.
I'm also good at painting and cooking and croquet. I'm not half bad at walking in the park on sunny days. My pottery is stellar. My fencing is superb. I'm pretty good at gambling too, but shh, don't say a word.
Goodness, I hope I didn't interrupt. But it seems that Juliet has forgotten something. Something I call policy. There are rules, Juliet, and you know them quite well. There are rules, and my dear, I made them clear. Did I stutter when I told you? No, I'm really sure I didn't. Could it be you've taken fever and forgot? She'll survive. Were you hit upon the head and can't remember what I said? Or could it be you simply chose to disobey? Oh, my darling little puppet, you're my sweetest pride and joy. Won't you kindly try remembering what I say?
Seen and not heard.
Good. Seen and not heard, seen and not heard. Children must always be seen, never heard. Now don't make me send you way up to your bedroom again. Quiet, that's better. Go away. Seen and not heard, seen and not heard. Children must listen, don't utter a word. The dream of the stage couldn't be more preposterous. Now sit down, I have something to say. This is Lord Paris Kensington.
Elated to meet you.
Lord Paris has asked for your hand.
What?
You want to be married this Saturday next. You see, she's positively speechless with delight.
I too find myself overwhelmed with pleasure at the prospect of a prompt marriage. Come, let us bask in the rapture of our forthcoming nuptials. Shall we dance?
I can't. Forgive me.
This will do very nicely. Seen and not heard, seen and not heard. Good little wives should be seen and not heard. These newfangled women who vote and deliberate cannot be born.
Simply cannot be born.
What happened to meekness?
What happened to weakness?
Docility,
Apathy.
do as you're told. What happened to virtue?
What happened to deference?
What happened to silence that's made out of gold?
Oh, it's absolute golden there.
Seen and not heard. Seen and not heard.
Dear Juliet, will not utter a word.
The wife that's ideal is the wife that can button on.
Marriage is blissful
That poor girl.
It's a shame her stepmother is so harsh.
I agree. I should like to meet her, I think.
I knew you weren't going to aspire on Tibble.
Yes, Ben, you're very smart.
So, I suppose you like Norman if I tell you that is a terrible idea.
Correct! Think I'll check the window.
Well, good luck, old chap.
Darling girl, your face is all I see. If I told you, would you laugh at me? Or would you know instinctively that you and I were meant to be? Darling girl, your voice is all I hear. If I asked you, would you sing, my dear? Or would you shy and turn away and say you'll sing another day? Darling girl, Juliet, Juliet, can you hear me? Darling girl.
I can't believe you're here.
And I had to see you again.
Really?
Yes, I'm afraid I had to meet you after the party.
That was terribly embarrassing. I'll never be so insufferable. Oh, never mind, it's done. I'm marrying Lord Paris, and that's that.
Don't give up yet. I mean, surely there's something.
You don't know my stepmother. Nothing will persuade Augusta to change her mind now. I must resign myself to a life of misery with that horrid old man.
Oh, there. Don't cry.
No, it's hopeless. I'd have to be dead to get out of it now.
That's rather bleak, don't you think?
I mean it. Dead or already married. One could hardly expect me to marry Lord Paris if I was married to someone else instead.
A charming thought, but unless I'm mistaken, you're rather husbandless? You can't exactly put an advertisement in the Times. Wanted. Bogus husband must be handsome, charming, and an excellent liar.
I mean it, Romeo. Think about it. It would only be for a few weeks. Just until I can write my father and make him change Augusta's mind.
Where on earth are you going to find someone willing to pretend to be your husband? This battle between our families has made it dangerous to be aligned with either side. No one's going to willingly put himself in danger for a sham marriage. I mean, you're a very nice girl, but I just don't see it. What?
You put yourself in danger.
No. Meeting you in secret is one thing. Faking a marriage with you is something else entirely.
But I thought you were smitten with me.
Oh, but darling girl, of course I am. But you can't expect me to risk both of them.
Very well. I shall marry Lord Paris Kensington. We shall have a great number of children, I shouldn't wonder.
Now, just wait a minute. I just need some time to mull over that. Just give me one night, you shall have your answer.
Oh, dear boy, I knew you would say yes.
I'm not quite there yet. I shall send my answer to you in the morning.
I think we're going to be a charming couple. Good night, sweet Romeo.
Night.
Good glory!
Mr. Lawrence, I wonder if I might confide in you about a matter of a confidential nature.
Of course, my dear Lady Juliet. You may rely on me, absolutely.
Excellent. My father implicitly, I have absolute confidence in you. I need you to make a marriage certificate for Lord Romeo Montague and myself. Can you have it to me by tomorrow at breakfast?
I suppose so. But I must say, I wasn't even aware that the two of you are even acquainted.
Our connection is recent.
And what of your forthcoming marriage to Lord Paris? Lady Augusta herself already requested that I prepare the necessary paperwork for your forthcoming marriage to him.
It is because of my compulsory engagement that I am marrying Romeo.
I think I understand. But I must say, it's simply joyous news.
You were excited?
But of course, this union between you may end the feud between your families. Nothing will be safe again. I'll be able to balance a checkbook without fearing for my life.
Perhaps. In the meantime, I must require your absolute silence on the matter. No one must know, especially not Augusta.
Oh yes, very hush-hush. Good night.
Good night, Sir Lawrence. Good night, sir.
lady. Juliet, it's all turning around. Jerissa, you'll never guess who I've been with tonight. Go ahead, guess.
That would clearly be an exercise of futility, my lady.
Very well. Who do you suppose I met tonight but Romeo Montague?
That indeed is a surprise.
Yes, he was so charming. Even you would think so, Jerissa.
Really?
Yes, he fell for me the instant we saw each other. It was love at first sight. I took slightly longer because as a modern woman, I'm far more complex. No, it wasn't until he was sitting there, his hand in mine, my complexion enhanced by the moonlight, and him unable to take his eyes off me. Oh, I imagined I looked just glorious. That dress really was just the thing. I got it right. Yellow never was my color. Blue was a far better choice. Anyway, as we sat there utterly enraptured with one another, I had this brilliant little thought. And would you believe it? He's going to marry me. Oh, he doesn't know it yet. Thinks it's a sham wedding to get me out of marrying that stuffy buffoon Augustus got me engaged to. But I've made arrangements for a real one. Oh, what a lark it will be when he finds he signed a real marriage certificate.
Yes, a lark.
Delightful, isn't it? You'll be so surprised.
But forgive me, my lady, what if he does not want to marry you?
Doesn't want to marry me? The thought had never occurred to me. I suppose it's possible, but highly unlikely, dear.
It is perhaps more likely than you suppose.
Oh, Jerissa, you wouldn't understand. What we have is real. He's going to be as pleased as Punch.
I know very little such as Lady Juliet, but my heart tells me a marriage conceived in deception is likely to be an unpleasant one.
Perhaps that is true. This is a very small deception. I'm sure he won't mind. Besides, I'm very rich. One finds that money can be instrumental in smoothing things over.
Well, I hope so.
I'm sure you all will be well, except perhaps this dress is fixed.
She doesn't love him. She can't marry him. I should have told him. That's enough, Jerissa. That's enough. Done enough, Jerissa. Done enough. You can change the world with a word and a handshake. People can't listen. People won't listen. He never listened to me. We were only children. That's enough. Being friends as children was enough. But we fought and we played, and I had so much more than I knew at the time. 'Cause the things that he said were so beautiful. He said beautiful, beautiful things to me. Never know what you have till it's gone. I'm not the kind of girl who waits for love to find her. I know there's life beyond these walls, outside the halls. I'm not just glad to stay. I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not the kind of girl whose mother would remind her that beauty lies beneath your skin, not what you're in. You can't just put it on. I'm not that kind of girl, but you make me wish I was, 'cause you make me smile when everything is falling to pieces. I wish I
Did she ask you what?
It's not a real pain, but I just feel it's a bit fast.
Yes, a bit.
I know, so stop it.
What about Jerissa?
Jerissa, we're just friends.
So do you mean to tell me you're actually considering this?
Of course not. I just feel terrible. I didn't mean to lead her on. I just wanted to meet her.
Well, you had better tell her right away before this whole thing blows up in your
Stop reprimanding me.
Well, well, well. Romeo Montague, I have a word for you, sir.
Not now, Tybalt. I want no more of this quarreling.
No, that was you at the gala last night, wasn't it? Though you were disguised, I recognized your voice.
I think we better leave.
How dare you corrupt our congregation with the filth of your name?
Tybalt, put this dispute to rest. There are more hearts at stake here than yours and mine.
To be sure, your heart is at stake. I shall slash it.
Do not make me fight you. I shall not.
Defend yourself, Montague.
You'll not harm him, sir.
Out of my way,
Marcus!
On my soul, Tybalt. You shall pay dearly for this.
Will you fight me now, coward?
Marcus, are you right? Hey, Miss, I got myself over my head a bit. You were right. No, it's gonna be fine, love. I'm going to get you help. I don't want to die.
I'm so sorry.
That's enough, my darling. That's enough. Rest your head, no hush. Shh. You'll feel better soon, and we'll talk all about it. But hush now and listen. Still now and listen. Hush, love, and listen to me. I'm not the kind of girl who speaks her every feeling. I never told you I adore the way you laugh or how you say my name. I'm not that kind of girl, but you make me wish I was, 'cause you make me smile when everything is falling to pieces. I wish I was that kind of girl. That kind of girl. Girl.
He's dead. Tybalt. I killed him.
You must go. The police, they'll be looking for you.
She's right, you know. They'll hang you for this.
I have this train ticket to the country. I was going to give it to Marcus. I was going to get him out of this place.
I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. Go before anybody sees you.
Thank you. I will write to you.
And I will send word of safe return.
What about Juliet? I never told her.
I will speak to Juliet. You must go. The police, they'll be looking for you. I shall tell them.
Tell them the truth. Tybalt has murdered an innocent boy. Now both are dead. And I'm to blame.
Go.
I do believe the wedding should be green, magnificent, ostentatious, but at the same time, tasteful. Gold, well, not too much gold. Flowers, but not too many flowers. No, any peasant can afford roses. What we need are calla lilies. Calla lilies are very fashionable just now.
Perhaps we can postpone this discussion of yours. It would have very little to do with such things. It's the paperwork, legal proceedings that concern me.
The vows, too, need to be succinct, but adequate. conservative, but reckless.
We really should discuss the matters of the marriage.
Oh, I also thought that we could get these little strings and hang them all over the
I just want to make sure the house is being kept up properly.
As do I, sir, but I haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary.
Don't you smell that? I've had several complaints about parents that there's something musty in here.
I do. I think it's a bit stale in here is all. Perhaps rosy. Ought to get some rose water to freshen the place up a bit.
That's just the thing, Miss Williams. I knew you'd have an answer.
But what do you mean he can't marry me? I mean, Led, whatever you're saying.
I mean, he was a Montague that killed the Capulet. What is confusing you?
Well, there's no need to get snippy about it. Although I can't see how you would be that dreadful business of your brother. What was his name? Merlin? To think that Tybalt could kill... anyway. All I know is that knowing Romeo is a wanted man makes him all the more desirable to me. I can hardly stand to be with him. The suspense is killing me. Pardon the expression. I simply must go to him.
Do you think that wise, given you don't know where he is?
You're quite shy. Just tell me the moment you are, Leslie.
Yes, of course.
I killed a man, he killed a child. Does that make it right? Does that make me right? I watched him die, I made him bleed. Does that make it right? How could I be right? Jerissa, tell Juliet I'm sorry. I cannot marry her. My guilt follows me.
Won't burden you with it. Stay in Maybridge until Saturday. Then boarding a ship for America. I know you cannot forgive me for being the cause of your brother's death. Shall always count you my true friend. Foolish boy, you say I can't forgive. Forget the pardon's mine to give. The truth is I will follow you to anywhere you ask me to. Foolish boy, foolish boy.
Dearest friend, I miss your chiding eye.
I'm not your kind of girl.
But I'd give to have you by my side.
I'm not your kind of
The
girl.
only things I'll chase in life are pretty girls and petty fights. Foolish boy, you make me wish I didn't notice that you make me smile. Everything is falling to pieces. I wish I was
Juliet,
good enough
not
for
Jerissa.
Jerissa, darling girl. How have I been so blind?
Penny spare penny, sir. Are you all right, sir?
Have you ever done something so wrong that you can't remember what innocence felt like?
I don't suppose so, sir.
No, I suppose you haven't.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I think that if I'd done something I was so ashamed of, I'd get right to do the things that made me feel proud. I'd try to make it right, not more about my mistake. I didn't think it was funny, sir.
No, you just remind me of someone, that's all.
Take it, Penny, sir. You could use a bit of luck.
Oh, Romeo, what are you doing here? What foolishness is right? That's enough of running, that's enough. That's enough of guilty hours spent in self-contempt. Time to be a man. something worthy, like the things that she's done that were beautiful. She's done beautiful, beautiful things for me. Never know what you have till it's gone. I have to go back.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to run over you like that.
No problem, sir. Good afternoon. ill at sea. He did not survive the trip to Bombay. Please accept our deepest condolences. Sincerely, Bartholomew Martin, first to me.
My dear girl, I'm so sorry.
Come late, Capulet. Let's go and make us some tea.
Father, you've gone and I have nothing. My mother's gone, my father's gone. Does that make this right? Does that make it right? I run away, must I be free? Does that make this right? Does that make it right? Will this cold, cruel day just be over? Or will the sunshine through a parted cloud? Will he and I at last be together somehow? Will he love me like I love him? Is this right? 2 o'clock. It's now another.
Jerissa, are you here? I've come back. I must speak to you. Juliet? Juliet, are you all right? Oh, no. Juliet.
Juliet! What are you doing here? Juliet? Are you alright? What have you done to her?
Nothing. I just found her like this.
Don't go anywhere. I'm calling the police. Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Tudor!
Oh no! My bride-to-be! What has befallen your sweet personage? You scoundrel!
Jerissa, what happened to Juliet?
What are you doing here? Didn't you get my wire?
I changed my mind. I've come back. What fire?
Oh, never mind. Why did I drop me into this?
Everyone be quiet! The constable is coming.
Who is the young reprobate?
Lord Romeo Montague. He has killed my nephew Tybalt and now my stepdaughter. This is not to be borne.
Over here.
Excuse me, Mum.
What? What have you done now, Wiggins?
What a self-respecting housekeeper would do, Mum. I've called Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, Lady Augusta.
Oh,
No, excuse me. Ah, Lady Augusta. This is Dr. Watson.
how do you do?
Ah, Mr. Holmes! You're every bit as fashionable as I had
If
expected.
you please, sir, Mr. Holmes will require some silence as he assesses the scene.
Oh, but of course. You are as magnanimous.
Paris! Shut up!
I'm afraid there's been a great misunderstanding. Lady Juliet really isn't dead. She took a sleep potion, and she'll be awake in a few hours.
A sleep potion.
I'm afraid not, miss. There are signs of asphyxia, suggesting she was poisoned. Aconite, perhaps. She will not be waking up.
Now then, why don't you all tell us what happened?
Well, you see, I remember
I should like to now review the main points of the case, starting the night after Lady Augusta's gala. Watson?
The morning after the gala, Lord Romeo and Lord Romeo and Lord Tybalt, They fight in the street. Romeo kills Tybalt, then flees to the country. Juliet purchases a sleeping potion from the apothecary. Did anyone accompany?
No, she was alone.
Yes, she went in secret while I sent a telegram to Romeo explaining the plan.
Juliet returns home to find Mr. Lawrence and Lady Augusta, who had just received a letter with news of Lord Capulet's death at sea. Romeo boards a train bound for London. The train departs at 11:05, including a taxi ride that puts him at Capulet's house at 3:15. Is this correct, Lord Montague?
Yes, I remember because I ran into Miss Wiggins on the street, and she asked me for the time. It was 3:10.
Lady Augusta hears man's voice in the library and enters to find Romeo Montague and the corpse of her stepdaughter.
Yes, you can imagine my dismay.
At which point you ran out to phone the police. Is that correct?
That is correct.
The entire household was notified.
Oh, all except me, Mum. I was out on an errand.
Were you sending a telegram, Miss Wiggins?
Why, yes, sir, I was. How did you know?
Your boots are smattered with mud, indicating you've been walking in a particularly busy street in some haste. The post office at St. Martin's closes at 3:30, which would explain why you asked Romeo for the time as you rushed out the door. Just a simple deduction, really.
That's enough of that. Let's talk about motive. Romeo Montague had lots of motive to kill the lady. She was trying to force him to marry her.
Yes, and he already killed Tybalt. He hates the Capulets.
If you're going to accuse Romeo, you might as well accuse me. I was the only other person who knew about the sleep potion.
But what if the apothecary just mixed up the wrong potion, and it got her killed?
I have but one more question, and then I shall answer you all. Constable, at what time did you receive a call from Lady Augusta reporting an intruder in her house?
The call was made at 3:10 on the dot, sir.
So, if at 3:10, Miss Wiggins was passing Romeo on the street and asking for the time, that means that the call was made before Romeo had even entered.
I suppose that's presumable.
Very well. I shall now explain my findings. There was one point that Romeo just hit upon that everyone else seems to have forgotten. Juliet's trip to the apothecary. She was not alone. Someone else was with her as well. Someone in this very room. Lord Paris Kensington. You were there, were you not?
I.
What?
I have been befuddled at this accusation.
Indeed. Why then don't you show us what is in your waistcoat pocket?
I most certainly will not do pompous, insecure, inflated.
Just do what Mr. Holmes says, Lord Paris.
This is an outrage. I've never been so insulted in my life.
Aha, a vial. Just as I suspected. This was the potion that Juliet originally purchased. Somehow Lord Paris must have switched it out. Perhaps you would enlighten us.
I will do nothing of the kind. You are a discriminating miscreant and have no proof.
Actually, I do. You see, when Watson asked if anyone had accompanied Juliet to the library. Oh, excuse me. Not the library. That was much later in this story. If anyone had accompanied her to the apothecary, it was you who answered first. You could have not possibly known she was alone unless you had followed her there. A chance meeting in the street, a collision, perhaps, would allow you to switch out her potion for a vial of poison. She did not recognize you because you were dressed as someone else. I believe, in fact, that you were dressed as an American. Mr. Andrew Draper. Constable, would you please remove Mr. Draper's wig and moustache and show us all what he really looks like?
This never hold up in court. I have rights.
Mr. Draper is wanted for several petty crimes in America.
You fiend! But what could Mr. Draper possibly hope to gain from Juliet's death?
Well, in the event of Lord Capulet's death, the money would then go to Lady Juliet, and at Juliet's death, it would then default to Lady Augusta.
Indeed, however, Mr. Draper's plan was put to effect before anyone knew of Lord Capulet's death at sea.
And that is the problem. Someone already did know that Lord Capulet was dead. Miss Wiggins,
Would you kindly hand me the telegram you sent earlier today? Just as I suspected, the handwriting on the letter and the handwriting on the telegram are a match. Dearest mother, Anna and I have struck it rich in England. Can't wait to tell you about it. We'll be coming back with new names just as soon as the will is executed. Regards to father, sincerely, Agnes.
Miss Wiggins?
I'm afraid not. Lady Augusta, would you kindly step away from that bookcase, which you have so artfully been attempting to conceal? Observe the indentation in the couplet, suggesting that the old bookcase was of a different size. The shellness of the shelving. A book will scarcely fit. This bookcase is the key to the entire case. I'm afraid that smell is not the late Lady Juliet, but rather the late Lord Capulet.
Oh my God.
He never made it to India, did he, Lady Augusta? Or should I say, Miss Agnes Draper? You idiot! How could you be so stupid? The bookcase! You hid him in the bookcase!
Well, I'm sorry for getting creative! It's not like I had any help.
First, you marry the man without even making sure your name's on the bank account before you move right on to step 2 and bump him off. Then, you hide him in a bookcase in the middle of your house? How could you be so stupid? What an amateur!
Oh, don't call me amateur, mister! I had the vial of potion in my pocket! You're such a narcissist!
Thank you for summing this all up so very well. The character of Lord Paris Kensington was Plan B.
I see Mr. Draper would marry Juliet, thus gaining control of her money.
When they discovered that Juliet was correct, they had a problem.
You should hear us.
Of course I heard you. Your whisper's like a foghorn.
But there was one last contingency plan. Kill Juliet, and Agnes would inherit the entire fortune. She had but to prove that Lord Capulet was dead, without incriminating herself. Thus, the letter this afternoon. Unfortunately, Miss Draper's overconfidence got the better of her, and she also sent a telegram to Miss Wiggins, not realizing it would confirm her as Lord Capulet's killer. She must have seen Romeo in the street, realized he would be a convenient scapegoat, and so phoned the police before he even entered Capulet's house. Any questions?
Well, don't all sit there so stunned. Yes, he killed Juliet. Yes, he killed her father too. Yes, he killed them both to get their dough. Does that sound so very crazy to your little narrow minds? Always right and wrong, and right and wrong.
Seen and not heard, seen and not heard. It's about time that you're seen and not heard. You botched this whole job, now it's time that you bought it.
No, it's not about you. I don't get any ideas about running away, Lord Montague. You still have to answer for the death of Lord Timber. I'll be back for you.
Lady Augusta.
Well, I believe our work here is done.
Indeed.
I'm afraid I do have one unanswered question. Why did you come back?
Isn't it obvious? I came back because I'm in love with her.
But they're going to take you to prison or hang you.
I may be guilty of Tybalt's death, but I avenged Marcus. I need to do something that I will be proud of, and accepting the consequences of my actions is a good start.
Come along now, lad.
Goodbye.
Romeo, they'll see why you did it. I know they will.
I love you.
And I'm proud of you.
always have a happy ending. The story of Romeo and Juliet certainly does not, but the story of Romeo and Jerissa ends with hope. At Romeo's trial, old apothecary testified in his defense. No one remembered her being there the day Marcus and Tybalt died, but that is probably because she was a witch. I'm happy to tell you that the local magistrate was so intimidated by her that he immediately granted Romeo Montague a pardon. On the day he was released, he and Jerissa sailed to America to start a new story together. The Capulets and the Montagues did not immediately reconcile. Their redemption came slowly and painfully over the course of many generations, but eventually they learned to forgive.
Unrest, unrest, fights in the streets and brawls in the alleys. Unrest, unrest, nobody's safe, keep out of the alleys. Heads down, eyes down, just keep walking, don't forget to lock your doors at night. Unrest, unrest, fights in the streets and brawls in the alleys. Unrest, unrest, nobody's safe, keep out of the alleys. Can't remember how it started, all we know is keep a wary eye. Unrest, 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 unrest.
These guys have been such an honor to work with. It is just incredible. So much fun. So much fun. And it's still so much fun, isn't it, Bella? I just wanted to thank you all so much for coming tonight. We really appreciate the wonderful turnouts that we have because you bless us with your presence here. So thank you so much. Thank you for your applause. Thank you for listening and giving your evening to us. I think that these guys really earned it. So let's give them one last hand. Okay, they're going to head out.
Thank you, Natalie.
To the front, they're going to be waiting out there to greet you, so please come out and tell them what a great job they did.